Okay, so I want to circle back to the while loop, and specifically a user-controlled while loop for this program. This is a shopping list program, and I'm running it right now. I can demo it. So it says enter shopping list item or queue to quit. So let's say I need a few things from the store this week. I need bread, I need coffee, I need maybe some bottled water. It's summertime as I'm recording this. Maybe I want to pick up some ice cream. And I don't know, how about some apples? All right. So now I'm done. That's all I want to pick up from the store. So I'm going to enter Q to quit. Q to quit is called a Sentinel value. I think, yeah, I have that in my notes here. That's a Sentinel value. That word, you know, we don't use it a lot in everyday life, but a Sentinel is like a watchman or a guard. You know, if you're watching an old show that takes place in medieval times, like Game of Thrones or something, and you see like a man in the tower, you know, watching for enemies coming, that's a Sentinel. So, so you can think of the Sentinel value as like, you know, kind of watching and waiting for the end of the loop. So in any case, I have to buy, which is an empty list. I'm creating that as an empty list, okay? And then item is just a regular variable that I'm going to use to get the user's input for each individual item that I typed. I'm just putting that into item before I append it to the list, all right? And so let's dive into the loop. So we're saying while item is not equal to Q, the Sentinel value, I'm going to get the item from input, whatever it is, bread, coffee, whatever. And then if that's not equal to Q, I will append it to the list, to the to buy list. I'm going to append that item. You know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if they entered the queue and I appended the queue to the shopping list. It just wouldn't be that polished and professional if once I printed the list there was a queue at the bottom. So I only want to add really good, clean items to that shopping list, not a queue. Okay, so that's why I added that if statement there. While item is not equal to Q, I'm going to append it to the list. So then at this point, we're home free. We're just printing out the contents of the list, all right? And I'm using a counter-controlled while loop to do this. I could have just as easily done a for each loop, but I just kind of went back to the old techniques. I have a loop counter of n. I'm saying while n is less than the length of that to buy list. Very important that I don't hard code a value here. Now look, when I just demoed it, I entered 5 things. So would it have worked if I hard coded a 5 there? Sure, it would have worked at that time. But what if I'm having a party next weekend and I have to buy 100 things? That's not going to work if there are 100 things. So like my point is, this is a user-controlled loop. I don't know how many items are going to be in the to-buy list, because it depends on what the user needs. It depends on the user's whim. So I absolutely cannot hard code a value here that's going to loop through that list because I don't know what's going to be in that list. Okay, so I absolutely must use the len function to get the length of that list, whatever it is, whatever the user wanted. Okay, and then, yeah, reaching into the list to print the item one at a time, print the thing one at a time using that loop counter as the list index. Very common technique. Okay, and then don't forget your increment as well. This allows us to move through the list one element at a time. You know, look, could I have done this just as easily with a for each? Sure, I could. And just to prove a point, I think I will just comment out this loop and we'll do for, we'll say I in to buy, I meaning, you know, item, for I in to buy. So for each item in the to buy list, we're going to print that item. That's all. Let's see. Okay, so we need bread, coffee, water. I think that's enough. Q to quit. And there you have it.